has a brain link. Because what happens to your brain when you do something wonderful for somebody, the same thing that happens to them in the giving happens to you in the receiving, and vice versa. It's a wonderful emission of dopamine. Dopamine is a terrific neurotransmitter. We love to do our dopamine dances in class because we know these are the ways to support well-being and productivity. So we then took mindful senses. So we have 4 sections. We have mindful senses, your place in the universe and your society, quieting the mind, and understanding the brain. We then researched it, because I wasn't going to go out and research, or speak rather, about anything that wasn't, researched, that we didn't have real data on. And the data now came back on this, and it absolutely blew our socks off. We have about a 60% rise in optimism in our class, so therefore we are calling this the optimistic classroom, because optimism has gone up significantly. Aggression went down significantly. The children that were absent from school suddenly were no longer absent from school. So we were already having an optimum effect. We then did pro-social behaviors. The children were getting along better. Now, the best part of it is we did a cortisol test. So the cortisol study we did, where we had the kids fit into a tube, is that they came back from Germany, and what came back is that our children of Mind Up program were able to manage, control their cortisol levels. The control group could not. Now, this is a stress hormone, and think of the implications it has in the future for health care. Then we go on and we do executive function. And this is actual brain neurobiology done by Adele Diamond at the University of British Columbia. And what came back there is that our children actually had a much faster and more, they're quicker on the uptake in terms of their executive function, which means that that improved. So here's what happened. Just from one wish of children to be happier, the Pandora's box was opened. And when we started going into this Alice in Wonderland world of interconnectivity, we realized that all of these things interconnect and integrate in the brain to create a wholer, happier child. Our math grades went up, our reading scores went up, our children academically are doing better. And I believe that if we're going to build a better society, a better world, a more peaceful world, then we must give these tools to our children to move forward. Oh, that was perfect. Well, it's like a drum beat. It's, after the joke, they go, bum.